All right. So here we go. Video number 1. Welcome everybody to this episode of the podcast and industry, and you know what the fuck we do. If you don't know, then I don't know where the fuck you've been.
Who is this for?
I don't know.
We keep on trying to intro it because it feels like an intro is not. Oh, wait, are we starting?
If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it. I said what I said. If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it.
That feels like scrapping right now.
I said what I said.
That is 1,000% true because even when I'm not bartending and I'm just at other bars, because I like to go to bars and just be solo dolo and just take in the energy of a bar. And I definitely just love getting little pieces of like, what the fuck are they talking about? Or like, what are y'all on right now?
Yeah,
That was me a couple months ago. I told this story before, but it's the same thing. Like, you kind of just there, you hear them. I heard these two girls like just started beefing with each other out of nowhere about, they were sisters. I actually know this happened twice. The first time were two friends that met up, and one of them was complaining about paying or not paying, whatever, this, that, and the third. And then the other one started saying how, like, she doesn't pay for her own shit, that she gets other dudes to pay for her this and blah, blah, blah. She's like, I make my own money, this and that. You don't pay for shit. You never pay for shit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
You're broke, bitch.
all they asked me were the prices of, like, the Don Julio. And I was like, fucking Don Julio breaking friendships. And then the second time were sisters. But they were arguing over, the one only came out because the younger sister asked her to. And she was saying, well, where should we go? And the older sister was like, I don't care. I have no preference. But if we go to this location that is near my house, I'm going home. So literally anywhere but there. And the younger sister was just like, well, then, I don't know. And then I try to, like, mediate and be like, well, here's a bunch of places that are locally in the area. And if you're heading towards your house or your apartment, you can stop at these places as well.
Right.
They're not too close to home, but they're close enough to where you could maybe walk or catch a scooter or something like that.
Right.
But the younger sister wouldn't let it go that she wouldn't pick a place. And the older sister was telling her. In hindsight, they were kind of both in the wrong, but the younger sister was definitely more in the wrong because she
was wronger.
She was just couldn't move past, like, her picking any other place but that place. And the older sister was like, he named a bunch of places. Pick any of those places. I'm just not going to this one place you said because it is close to home, and I'm gonna go home because I only came out because you asked me to come out with you. But if I'm that close to home, I'm going home. That was like her only stipulation. The younger sister was just like, nah, fuck it, I don't care. And it turned into this whole, like, they started bringing back like old drama, and I was like, I was just here like twiddling my thumbs.
I love when we bring like
Let's take a
recaps
shot and
from
drop it.
previous episodes.
God.
Like, that shit gets good. It's like, ooh, we're triggered and the trauma's real.
They were.
Yeah.
It started from like just little friendly, like, hey, stop. They started throwing jabs, and I was just like, all right, it's not fun no more.
Somebody hit too hard.
Yeah,
Like, oh, why
they
you
were
hit me so hard?
They went from slap boxing, and then they got slapped a little too hard. It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
And I was just there like, I feel like I kind of instigated by accident.
Well, no, I think you were trying to genuinely help the thing.
I was.
It is fun when you actually do instigate. I can't think of a time.
And then they tried to bring me into it, and then I was like, they literally like, well, what did you hear? I'm like, I'm
stay
just
out
a
of all of that.
bartender.
Yeah,
Who
I stay
said
out of
what
all of
first?
Who's on first?
Who's gonna tip me more? That's who's right.
Honestly,
Yeah.
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 And then the one sister the younger sister ended up just leaving, and the older sister just kind of stayed for like 5-10 minutes and caught an Uber home. And I was just like, damn,
Yeah.
you got a lot.
Well, one thing I know for me is like, well, yes, definitely overhearing different situations. I love first dates or people that are on like their first, second, or third date because it is just so awkward and like they're trying to fill each other out and well, I don't
Trying
know.
to do
like,
more
I mean,
than that.
You said what?
Trying to do more than that.
Well, they're trying to fill each other out, but they're basically,
Thank you.
But they're basically like trying to see like, oh, okay, are we going to order drinks? Can we order drinks? If I get an appetizer, like how messy can the appetizer be? It's like they're not saying these things, but you could tell that they're trying to navigate it with each other. Like I've seen them where they like clearly will take like, I don't know, 45 minutes before they order the first thing because they're like, oh, well, we're having such good conversation. Let's keep it going. And it's like, yo, y'all are at a bar. Like, let's get like that water.
Let's do some bar shit.
I've
Come on.
refilled that water 3 times.
I
And
get
like,
very
you know what I
annoyed by
mean?
that.
And clearly, like, you guys are having good rapport if you've had a conversation for 45 minutes. So let's like actually move it forward in this
Right.
dining experience. But what I did see today, and it has happened before, is like as a bartender, you have individual conversations and figure out kind of where different people are at. So when they start talking, you have more information than they have about each other. And so it's fun to just kind of like lean back and watch it play out. Because like a lady came in today.
Dance,
and-
puppets, dance.
Yeah. No, swear to God. Like, because this lady came in today. She probably came in, it felt like she came in around 1:30, 2 o'clock. And she was like, I'm going to wait for happy hour. Happy hour starts at 3. Homegirl sat there on her laptop until 3 o'clock. Just like didn't order anything. Mind you, another guy came over and another guy came in and he's like kind of a regular, so he's like there all the time. We know what his deal is. But like he started chatting with her, and in my head I'm just like, ooh, she's a little on the broke side. So I already know kind of like how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
And then so basically around 3:01,
301.
he's chopping it up with her. He orders another round of his margarita and is like, well, let me get her a wine. Homegirl says, just one? Yeah.
I beg your. Hold on. Where
Dog.
is it?
I
Yeah,
beg your pardon.
1,000%.
Mitch, if you don't say thank you,
Yeah, no, it was like he didn't even like get a chance to like get that one round off. Mind you, it was happy hour, so this was around the time that she was gonna start ordering something for herself. She just happened to get in a conversation with a homie who wants to be generous, wants to be nice. Well, let me get her like something, and her response was, "Oh, you're just gonna get one." He ended up getting like 2 because not like he just said, "Yeah, just one right now," but then like as more conversation goes on, he got another round and whatnot. And I'm just like sitting.
I was
there
gonna
like,
make a joke, but it was gonna be too misogynistic, and I will not do that.
What? You not misogynistic? When?
Misogynistic?
What?
Oh, never.
God. Chat.
Chat. That's what I said. Chat.
Guys.
Who does he think he is? He's P.
I'm grateful person. That's who I am.
He's a great guy, lovely individual, but he's a little racist and a little misogynistic. We all know this. It's fine. It's cool. We love him. We move on. Anyway, so like the story was going on. Like basically, this chick was just like clearly scheming for someone to take care of her and take care of her like food and drinks. But I had that information having had conversation with them prior to this. So as they started interacting, I just was like, ooh, I know how this is going to play out. And now I'm just here for the drama. This is my TV show for the next hour or two. And
Yeah.
It went well.
That reminds
Did
me.
it last an hour or two?
It did, but like at that point I was trying to get the fuck off the clock. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get the recap on this later.
Yeah. What are you about to say?
You're about to TiVo that shit?
Yeah, I'm going to
TiVo
that shit.
I was gonna say that reminds me of that night when I went over to Shoe Baby and I was just sitting there, and then, like those girls that sat next to me, and I was like paying I was like in my own world, just literally not even my phone.
yeah,
I was
I
just
remember
there
that.
staring at the back of the bar, and these girls sat next to me, awfully close, and I had like a feeling that they were wanting me to turn over and say something or at least look over because they sat there for a while. And he later on told me, he's like, those girls come in here all the time, never order drinks and wait for
Yeah.
dudes to buy them drinks. And I was like, oh, wait, was that what they were trying to do to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I never even, like, if anything, my shoulder was a little bit this way too. And I was just like this. I was like, I'm not in the mood to talk to any women. I'm like, I'm just
Ain't
in my
entertaining
world.
no foolishness today.
Literally.
Misogynistic.
That's not misogynistic.
They're not worth your time is basically what you said.
I think that was after I got crashed out.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
But again, I did warn him.
So I was like-
back on topic. I did warn you though. But that's because I see those type of people all the time. As I said, I saw that actual duo all the time. Like they're always there.
They're a duo?
But as far as my input to this,
Do they got 2 more?
guys, down just a little bit.
They got 2 more of them in their group? Are they the Avengers?
No. I'm just saying. Also, a part of that was what just happened on Sunday.
Oh, God.
So on Sunday, I was at work and I had a group sitting towards the back of the venue, and maybe about 20, 30 minutes into them sitting there, I had another group come in and they were more towards the front of the venue, at the front of the bar. but you can read the energy on people as soon as they come in. And I was like, yo, these guys are coming in a little too hot.
Yep.
And it was 2 guys, 2 girls. Obviously, it was like a double date situation. And I don't want to preface it in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, the hotter of the 2 couples, you could tell they were going to be the ones who were going to be the real problem, because they were all over each other from the moment they walked in. Like, I'm saying,
Sloppy PDA.
yeah, like, you know this isn't going to last kind of deal. And they just kept going at it. And the other couple, the guy was like, I'm probably the one. He seemed like the one driving, because his girl she was gone. She was twisted. But yeah, so they come in, and the 2 girls order a drink. They order espresso martinis. And I was like, all right, well, they're slurring a little bit, but I saw them come from across the street. So I was like, I already know what that's about. I know where they were. You know, a certain someone was working that day, so it is what it is. And,
I do my job.
yeah, and so I'm thinking to myself, well, I give them these espresso martinis. Maybe that'll wake these motherfuckers up a little bit. You know, one dude got a beer, but the other dude, the Fabio-looking motherfucker, didn't want to drink anything. And I was like, all right, I can already tell this is going to be a problem, because she's drinking for the both of you. So you know there's going to be an issue there.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, she's trying to climb up on top of that stage area that we have where no one's supposed to be standing.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about this motherfucker climbed over the upholstery.
Yeah.
Straight disrespectful, you know?
Louise.
And my GM just yelled out at me. He was looking at his phone. And as I saw her climb up, I was like, 3, 2. He goes, all right, get the fuck down. Like, he just puts his phone out. It's like, all right, get the fuck down. He's like, I've never heard him say this. He's like, get down from there. Get the fuck down. We don't want you up there.
Wow.
Bitch, you ain't no coyote ugly. You might just be ugly.
And she just goes,
damn.
No, she was cute. That was the problem. She thought she gets away with that shit too much.
Not here.
It was the drunk girl thing.
Not here.
And like, she's like, oh, I am getting down. I'll get down. Jeez, give me a second. He's like, nah, I already giving time. Get down. And then
Right now.
the dude
Jump.
helps her down and then immediately starts making out with her, all gross and shit. And they come back to the bar, and I start noticing the way that he's acting with her. I have a clock in my head. I don't know exactly what the timer is, but I'm like, this is going to blow up while they're here. They're not going to make it out of the venue.
As in they're going to get in an argument, or one of them's going to get sick?
I don't know. I
just
just
know
know it's not going to
Yes.
end well.
Okay.
And
Yes.
as I'm watching, I noticed that when they're walking back towards the bar, one of them starts saying something to one of our friends, one of our regulars. And I kind of heard him say, I'll fuck you up. And I was like, he's one of those guys. Like,
No.
like his girl spoke to this guy first, and he's
Yeah.
like, don't talk to my girl, I'll fuck you up. It's something along those lines. And we all know that fucking guy.
Yeah.
So when I hear that, I was like, oh, this is definitely going to go bad. Long story short, so we can wrap this up. She goes and sits next to another one of our regulars, one of my friends that lives in this building, who was just minding his own fucking business. She sits next to him and is trying to talk to him. And I'm like, oh, she's just trying to get him to react to her talking
Yes.
to another guy.
Because that's hot to her. That turns her on.
Right.
That's toxic.
And so I say it to him, and he's like, I want to stay away from this. She walks to the bathroom, and then the boyfriend walks to the bathroom. Then my friend walks to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
My friend doesn't come back,
Oh, no.
but the boyfriend comes back. Then the girl comes back. Then I hear arguing, but the one I think was going to be an argument is standing in front of me, so I don't know what's going on. I look in the back. One of the couples that was sitting in the back, they're now arguing. I'm talking screaming at each other, but he's saying to her, like, why don't you have my back? Like, I wasn't talking to that bitch. I wasn't talking to that bitch. You know that fucking killing them softly Dave Chappelle moment is like, I ain't fucking that girl. I'll fucking kill you. Fuck you, nigga, I'll kill you. Please believe me. Like, that's the way he was yelling at his girl, like, babe, please, 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 please fucking believe that I'm telling you I did not talk to this girl.
Yeah.
Then he walks over to my GM and is like, yo, you know me. I'm in here all the time. And he's telling the truth. And he's like, yo, this dude over here, he's pointing across the bar. This dude over here, he about to get his ass beat. tells him, yo, he comes over there. Why you trying to talk to my girl? This and that. Now he's got me arguing with my girl, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. These two right here, they're a fucking problem. Old boy standing there at the bar, and he's got that little douchebag smirk on, like nothing's gonna happen to him. And next thing I know, old dude's homie rolls up on him like, this motherfucker popped up like a fucking weed. He popped up out of nowhere and went like this with his hat. I was like, oh, he's gonna swing on this nigga. Oh, no. But his own boy grabbed him. And I was like, damn, he saved him from getting his ass beat, but it was in the venue. So I was thankful. Like, thank you for not bringing that kind of drama in here and taking it outside. But he almost got stomped the fuck out. Like, real bad. And the whole time, this girl's like, I didn't do nothing, da-da-da. And he's like, well, what are you going to do, this and that? But those are the very people that we always talk about not wanting in our fucking venue, man.
Yeah.
Those toxic-ass relationships, those people who just crave the attention, we don't want you here at all. Other than to listen to your argument for a few minutes. And if you can't keep that shit under wraps, then you need to wrap it up being get the fuck out of the venue, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah.